Happy Halloween season, everyone! Welcome back to Where Are We Now? The only digital exploration series that's brave enough to tell you that Dead by Daylight is just Fortnite for horror fans. The truth hurts. It's okay though, because I have something to make them feel better. This is the second annual Halloween special episode. Last year, I chose to focus on corny and cozy Halloween maps rather than pure horror ones. That's because I haven't really gravitated towards horror during October since I was a teenager. I'm usually pretty happy to trade stuff like Hereditary in for something that focuses more on autumnal environments and themes of hope like Over the Garden Wall. But tonight, we're doing a blend of both. I just couldn't decide whether I wanted to explore scary maps or Halloweeny ones, because there is a difference. So, you're getting a small dose of each in this episode. My regular viewers might now be thinking, but Logan, didn't you just do a video about creepy Gmod maps? Isn't this the same thing? To which I would say, yeah, kinda. But come on, it's Halloween. I need this. The world needs this. There's a way to heal, and it's through exploring weird Gmod maps to celebrate Halloween. Before we begin though, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I had you for a second there, didn't I? I'm just kidding. That game is Turbo Cheeks Plus, I won't front. No, this video is actually sponsored by all the incredible people who support the channel over on Patreon. Check the link in the description to learn how you can fund more videos for as little as $3 a month. Alright, now that that's out of the way, it's time to explore. Let's just get right into it, I'm so excited. The first map we're looking at is called Stormy Night by NVCDMNCH. It looks suitably Halloweeny. I've never met a moody forest I didn't like. And check this out. We have some moving foliage. The pervasiveness of static trees was always one of my biggest nitpicks with lots of Source Engine games, but it looks like we've cleared that hurdle here. Actually, this tree might be alive. In the non-traditional sense, I mean. That's okay, it seems content to just be gyrating around like a wacky waving, inflatable arm-flailing tube man. It's a peaceful existence. Hey, what's this? It's like a market square. Is this where the night market happens? You used to be able to buy all sorts of cool stuff at your local night market. Shrunken heads, audiobook copies of the Necronomicon, fairy wing elixirs. It was sort of like a farmer's market for the macabre. Amazon sort of put a lot of them out of business, though. Oh wait, there's a book here. Do not open, and then, something about magic, I don't know. We've got some clues. 1, make the wheel turn a little. 2, go to the pink. 3, where the crows like to go. And 4, scarecrow. Combine in cauldron. Ah, okay. It looks like this map is taking us on a little quest. I am so ready for this. I'll keep an eye out for this stuff as we look around. You know, for a map called Stormy Night, it seems pretty calm out here. I was picturing heavy cloud cover, strong wind gusts, maybe a thunderstorm, but no. It's just a peaceful night in the forest. I mean, sure there are evil, beady little eyes watching me from the underbrush, but as a cat owner, I'm used to that now. There's a water wheel here. Is this the one we're supposed to turn? Huh. Usually, I think these older wheels are used to turn a grain mill to make flour, but there's no mill to be seen in the building itself. Just a fireplace and some pumpkins. Oh well, maybe it's in the basement. Let's see if I can get it turning again. The hell? It's a big-ass bone. It doesn't look like any human bones that I have, and I'm not missing that many. Well, it must be one of the ingredients for the cauldron. It's glowing, too. Maybe it's a magical bone. You know what? I approve of the number of pumpkins around in this cave. This is a suitable number for Halloween, but there could be more variety with the carvings. As much as I appreciate the classic jack-o'-lantern face, there's so much more you can do. Oh, it's the cauldron. I was hoping we'd find it fast. I have enough bones to lug around already. This thing is huge. You could fit 3, maybe even 4 people in here. And that's assuming they're all adults. Let me check if this is the right temperature for toil and trouble real quick. Yep. Feels right to me. In you go. I'll give that some time to simmer while we look around for the other stuff. Big ol' pumpkin patch. You would need a big one, too, to keep the Scarecrow legions reinforced with the number of squirrels and crows around. It looks like the Pumpkin King has been getting the appropriate number of offerings this year. That means he's happy, I think. I'd be happy, too, if I had a bunch of little versions of me to do my bidding. I like to think that I would be benevolent in that situation, but I know me. I would not get along with myself. If the clones have a copy of my brain, then they would almost certainly hold a mutiny. Probably around the 15th time I crash out trying to get them to do a perfectly executed single ladies dance. What is this? Oh, it's another ingredient, that's what it is. Man, I'm pretty good at this. Gathering ingredients for a cauldron is like riding a bike. Once you spend one summer doing it non-stop while rival covens are hunting you down, it's a skill you have for life. Let's bring this back. Oh, that was a nice sizzle. This is a pretty spooky graveyard. What's this pink stuff? Is that the rift between the realm of the living and the realm of the dead? It sounds like the damned are singing. It must be karaoke night down there. One of the hints mentioned pink, so there's gotta be another ingredient around here somewhere, right? Look at this place. I bet they give out full-sized bars on Halloween. Or they used to. Trick-or-treating is kind of a dying practice now, sadly. I'm gonna let myself in. There's a winch up here, so let's see what this does. Oh hey, it's a purple thing. It's like some kind of crystal, maybe? I don't know. It's going in the soup anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh wait, this pumpkin is glowing too. So these two things must be the last ingredients, right? Wait right here, Mr. Pumpkin. I'll be back for you. Kobe. Alright, it's time for the piece of resistance. Hopefully this doesn't stain my bones black like it used to. I'd get in a lot of trouble for that now. Is that a portal? Cool. Let's see where it leads. Oh hey! It's a secret room. It's nice. I like the wallpaper. And the view, damn, we've got some waterfront property here. There's a sign up here that says, "Congratulations for following the secret quest to get here. Happy Halloween." Well, thank you, sign. Happy Halloween to you, too. Man, I was hoping for some dancing skeletons or at least a sheet ghost, but I guess this room is alright. It would be even better if there was some furniture. I can see this place being an excellent artist studio or private library. Imagine sitting here watching a rainstorm beat down on the big windows while you crack into some Hemingway or Lovecraft. Well, that's pretty much all the highlights of Stormy Night. It's a pretty small map, but it's more or less visually perfect for Halloween. The creator did a great job. I felt right at home here. I also have a big soft spot, not only on the back of my head still, but also for maps with little quests to do. It makes me feel like I've accomplished something. Okay. Let's get to the next stop, shall we? The next creepy locale we'll be tiptoeing around in is called the Asylum by Pshikra Sprawa. This is already much creepier than the last one. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone creeped out by jack-o'-lanterns. Finding someone who's scared of abandoned asylums at nighttime during a storm is a different story. You're listening to one yap right now. Oh, what a great thunderstorm that sounds like out there. I guess we're coming up through an old... What even is this? There's a track running along the ground here, but these blue things are just laundry carts, I think. They have wheels, they don't need tracks. And what is that up there? God damn it. Again with this? I really don't mean for gnomes of all things to become a recurring antagonist on this series, but they just keep popping up. They're probably mad I called them shifty last time. Am I wrong, though? He's got his hands in his pockets acting all nonchalant, like he's not thinking of how much he could get for my teeth. Get out of here. What the hell? Did I just collect that gnome? I can't think of why you'd want to do something like that, except for if you're stuffing them into a bag that's being thrown off a dramatic rooftop later. I guess we have another bonus objective on this map. Find all the gnomes. It looks like this room was being used for storage, what with all the old furniture sitting around. It's pretty common for older basements like this one to get wet or flood when there's a lot of rain or during the spring thaw, so you really shouldn't be keeping wooden chairs down here on the bare ground. They're gonna rot eventually. The smile room. Oh boy. Yeah, it looks super smiley. Human-sized cages, power tools, bags hanging from the ceiling that I can only assume have bodies inside of them. What's this? Something's locked? Not on my watch. It's some sort of chute, I think. Where does it go? I can think of one really fast way of finding out. Ah, we're down in the sewers beneath the asylum now. There's a couple of those body bags down here, so this must be where they're dumping them. The sewer has to go somewhere, though. There's no way this is a dead end. What is this place? With the support beams and the generator that was brought down here, it looks like they were digging, but for what? Not diamonds, I'll tell you that one for free. It just goes down and down. What the shit is going on down here? There's some green light or something down there. What in the world? It's like an altar to Cthulhu? What happens if I touch it? Whoa! Where am I? I mean, all hail, I guess, but Cthulhu worshippers was not something I saw coming at all. It sort of explains a lot, though. In H.P. Lovecraft's original Call of Cthulhu, it's said that the uppermost spire of Cthulhu's tomb rose up above the waves of the Pacific Ocean in 1925. This event corresponded with asylum patients all over the world going into intense psychosis, brought on by merely feeling Cthulhu's presence. Maybe due to the fact that there's an altar to him underground here, patients at this asylum had a particularly strong psychic link to the Great Green One. That might explain both the asylum's closure as well as the tunnel connecting the Smile Room to the altar. Cultists were probably sacrificing people down there to appease their tentacly overlord. Hell, looking at the fact that the candles here are still lit, they could still be doing it. An abandoned asylum would make for a pretty dope cult hideout. Well, geez, I didn't expect to find so much map lore right away. We've barely even explored the asylum proper. This place could do with a new coat of paint, though. I think fixing up the walls would go a long way towards making this place less creepy. I'm actually finding quite a bit of new stuff laying around, too. This computer sitting here is clearly being worked on, and there's some radio equipment back there that seals the deal for me. Someone is using this building for something. Hey, check this out. This is weird. If you put a soda can in the garbage here, a giant MetroCop head pops up Andros style and tells you to find more. I'm usually a throw it at his face kind of guy with respect to the pick up that can meme, but for the sake of discovery, I did pick up that can. And I did put it in the trash. I don't know what it's supposed to do. Every time I do it, it just spawns an oil drum where the can was and teleports the soda back. Sometimes it gives you shotgun ammo. I think it depends on the color of the can you give it. I don't know. Nice. I have to say I really appreciate the effort put into importing all these custom textures. It would have been so easy to just use the built-in Half-Life 2 assets, since there's already a healthy amount of decay featured in the textures there. But using custom ones to achieve the same feel lends this place a lot of credibility. It's great. There's a staircase back here, so let's head back down to the ground floor. Yeah, it's freaky down here, alright. Look at all the dirt. I'm not very good at guessing these kinds of things, but if you were to twist my arm, I'd say this place has been out of business for at least 20 years, looking at all the damage around here. I mean, just look at the state of this room. There are thick patches of moss and grime covering the tiled floor here. I'm actually shocked that I haven't found any broken windows yet. Usually those are some of the first things to go when bored teenagers discover an abandoned spot like this. So is this really what the bathing situation would have been like in older asylums? That's really strange. Just 4 tubs squeezed together in the center of the room? What, just because someone's gone loopy, that means they're not entitled to personal privacy? How hard would it really be to just put some screens up? Ah, we're finally getting our dose of crazy here. I was thinking that an asylum could use more creepy writing on the walls. There was a hole here. It's gone now. Thanks for keeping us updated. The room next door has this curved line of numbers going around it. It just repeats 451208 over and over again. I don't know if there's significance to the numbers, but it sure does make for a creepy visual. What the hell is this? Some kind of fancy ring light? Look at the door, it's been bisected perfectly. It's like it was lasered open or something. Well, whatever it is, it looks like it needs a battery to work, so I guess that's another thing to look out for. I'm at 7 gnomes, by the way. 3 more and I get a prize, right? Oh hey, this room right here is pretty eye-catching with all the swirls covering the walls. I think I had a couple notebooks in high school that looked like this. And check this out, if you climb the ladder and look down at the floor from above, you can see that the dirt is also in the pattern of a swirl. Is that a man made of rebar? That's kinda neat, actually. And freaky. I wonder what his name is. He looks like a Robert. Maybe if we sacrifice a goat on a pentagram in here or something, he'll come to life and do everything I say. Honestly, that might be worth the goat. A person made out of concrete is pretty intimidating. You could at least cut in line with a thing like that following you around. You know what I'm just now realizing this map reminds me so much of? That old Call of Duty Zombies map from World at War. Verrucht. That was always one of my favorites. It has such a creepy mood that you almost never get to appreciate due to the non-stop waves of zombies trying to eat you. Man, I miss classic COD zombies. It was so simple yet effective. I used to play Black Ops 1 zombies all the damn time. Almost every day at one point. My highest solo round on Kino der Toten was 128. I remember that vividly. That was huge clout back in like 9th grade. What was everyone else's highest round? You probably have me beat. I think what happened is my PS3 overheated. Anyway, we've pretty much seen everything on this map at this point. There's not much up on the 3rd floor, most of it is blocked off. There is this gnome, though. Now I'm at 9. I guess all that's left to do is investigate the Easter eggs. Starting with the gnomes, if for nothing else than to rid the world of their presence. After some looking, I found the 10th gnome down behind the door to the smile room, tucked neatly away in a corner. Gotcha, you little shit. Did that do something? I mean, there's gotta be something to that. Oh! The gnomes are angry. That's okay, I brought something to calm them down right here. Man, you know, if a palm reader had told me in the past that I would one day be blowing away giant garden gnomes in an abandoned asylum for people's entertainment on the internet, I'd probably scoff and accuse them of being a fraud. It just goes to show you, you just never know where life's gonna take you. The lesson to be learned from this story is that you should be packing at all times. Was that the MLG horn? Alright, that was worth it. I think it would be the safest statement of the year to say that I've never played a Garry's Mod map with an Easter egg like that before. And suitably terrifying, too. Gnomes get way scarier when they're 10 times the size they normally are. Alright, now that I've done my good deed for the day, how about that weird machine down on the 1st floor? I found the battery that it needs in the room across from the one with the circle of lit candles. Let's pop it in. Okay, nice. Looks like it's powered. Let's test it for safety with a watermelon first. Alright, it seems okay. Ah, it's a teleporter. Where am I? There's sand all over the place, and it looks like there's a beach outside the window. There's also a huge Cthulhu statue in the corner, and it's doing wonders for the feng shui of this place. There's some writing on the wall here. I see me walking out. I see a seashore. Did I travel too far or too early? It's confusing how time and space seem to unite. But wait a minute. Isn't that just An image on a computer screen? Whoa, that's meta. It reads like someone who used the teleporter and came here only to realize that they exist in a video game. Yeah, that would drive a lot of people insane, I bet. Cool. This map has been great. There's so much detail put into the environment, and also plenty of Easter eggs to discover. Przykra Sprawa did a wonderful, wonderful job here. I love it when a map creator gets poetic like this. It really reinforces the fact that these maps are art pieces in their own right. According to some text you can find if you no-clip into the dev room, some of the assets for this map were made for an abandoned Half-Life 2 single-player mod they were working on way back in 2010. So that's a good bit of lore. I appreciate it when forgotten bits of imagery are given new life by being recycled like this. Just great stuff. I could tell a lot of work went into making this asylum just creepy enough. Alright, we're getting a little bit wacky with this next one, so strap in. The third map of tonight's episode is going to be Nightmare Church HD by GTA Mike. I actually discovered this map way back in March, and I've been looking forward to exploring it for this episode the entire time. Because just look at it. This place looks insane. Already, we've got a dangling, mutilated corpse, some bats flying in a perfect conga line formation, one of Slender Man's pages, and even some ghosts watching me. And I guess this building is the titular church. Man, this place is a mess. There's blood on the cross, blood all over the altar. Whoever runs this place must have lost their head. Oh. What's this orb, another ghost? Nice, I was hoping we'd get a classic piano ghost in this episode. Other than that, this church isn't so bad. It's nice and roomy. Could play a good game of volleyball in here if you set up the net. What does this one do? Whoa! Yeah, so that was an incredulously loud jump scare. There's gonna be a lot of those, I think. This map is from 2013, guys. Fortunately for you, I don't hate my late-night audience viewers enough to leave jump scares in unedited. Also, I think that was Alma from Fear, and they just adjusted the hue of her textures. Man, and she put up a ghastly force field, so now I can't even show her what for. Oh well. At least there's this burning corpse to cheer me up. Anyone have any marshmallows? Hey, it's the Peanut from SCP Containment Breach. I don't think it's the real one. If it was, I would have been dead seconds after spawning in. Still cool, though. It's a giant blood fountain. Classy. Although really, a fountain this big should be a centerpiece, not tucked away to the side. What do you think happens if you make a wish at a fountain like this? Does the opposite come true? That would be a good trick for the first schmuck that makes a wish, but after that, everyone would see what happened, and then it's just a normal fountain for anyone who's in on the bit. You know what? There's actually a ton of detail and custom props here. Gamers don't usually look up, so enjoy this rare sight of the gargoyles up there, as well as the particle effect of the moths added around that street lamp. Oh my god, who killed Dr. Phil? It was probably self-defense knowing him. Hey, weeping angels. Kind of. The bit of the weeping angels in the actual Doctor Who show is that they only move when they aren't being looked at. But these ones change poses when you get close, so I think they're just posers. Wait, what if they send you back to a random point in time if you touch them like in the show? Cowboy times, please give me cowboy times. Damn. God forbid a guy get his yeehaw on. And there's another blood fountain. Man, I had no idea these were so popular nowadays. This charred quadruple amputee looks oddly peaceful for the predicament they're in. And that's inspiring. We should all be a little more like this guy. Don't let him get to you. Don't let him in your kitchen. There's a weird smiley face here. Is this a secret? What the hell was that? Alma's in this crypt. What is she looking at? Is it supposed to be funny? It's not, right? It's just so corny. Oh, it looks like she's trying to show me something. The wisp led me to this baby doll.
Are you my mommy?
No, I am not your mommy. I don't think. Oh, maybe she wants me to bring it to her grave? No, that's not it. Her body isn't even in there. Okay, that's definitely something I'm gonna have to do, so I'll just leave this baby in the church while I look around. No, wait. The ghost of Dr. Phil would be the safer option in this scenario. That's quite the sentence, actually. Caution, do not feed the fish after midnight. Well, they look pretty evil already. They must have found a snack. They liberated this person from the troublesome weight of their flesh, so they're alright in my book. Beware of dog. Yeah, he looks pretty ferocious. He diced up G-Man pretty bad back there. It's funny to think that in all his cosmic mysterious wisdom, that G-Man could just accidentally teleport into an attack dog's cage and get unceremoniously torn apart like monkey bread. I found Alma's body in the underbrush here. She's holding a flower. Did Dr. Phil kill her? Why? Were the petunias that important to you? Let's double back and bring that doll back here so that her spirit can rest or some shit. Here you go, one baby.
Thank you.
And I got it here in less than 30 minutes, so it's not free. She said thank you, and now her body is on fire. I guess that's supposed to be a good thing. Well, congratulations, I guess. If you break this padlock and climb this fence, you get to see a picture of Freddy Krueger for some reason. He teleports you to the roof of the church. There's not much up here. How do I get back down? Let's check here past the statues. Is this where Dr. Phil lives? Oh, he's getting a phone call.
7 days.
It's the creepy voice from The Ring. Oh, maybe that's how he died. If you watch the cursed tape from the movie, but then you never pick up your phone, can you just evade the curse indefinitely that way? Is that how it works? Also, is this picture on the table a selfie? How vain do you have to be to not only print out a selfie of yours, but to frame it and put it up for display in your own home? That's some Wandissimo Magnifico type shit right there. You know what's funny? Someone somewhere out there has this exact image set as their desktop wallpaper. And I bet it's one of you watching this right now. It's pretty awesome, actually. This is the type of thing you see tattooed on the back of a pair of calves standing in the checkout line at your local Walmart. There's a bunch of other references to horror media around here. There's Jason's hockey mask, the Necronomicon with some audio from the Evil Dead movies,
The Book of the Dead,
and the Death Note from Death Note. Oh, that's Phil's corpse. Serves him right. Ugh, what the hell's going on with his hands? He's got a case of salad fingers or something. I don't want to look at that anymore. Wow, this kitchen is a pigsty. And I thought my sink full of dishes was bad. Look at this. I don't go around murdering people who pick my flowers, though. I guess that could be the correlation. I think by now we've seen everything on this map. Well, I have. Lots of jump scares got cut out of the video, but they were there, trust me. What is this? Another fucking gnome? That's my prize for finding everything? I don't want that. Not even a little bit. Not even ironically. Hey, it looks like I did get a cool hat, though. Hell yeah. This map was really fun. It was neat to walk around looking at all the details and horror references. I bet there's some that I didn't even see, too. It's just so dense with detail. It's also sort of like a time capsule. Just the way it feels is very 2013. I found it charming. The world was much, much simpler back then, at least for me. GTA Mike's map here really echoes the innocence of the early 2010s, and I love that. Okay, now that we've seen all that Nightmare Church has to offer, I think it's time to boot up the final map of the episode. The last place we're strolling around in is called Manor of Mania by Ethosaur. This is actually a Team Fortress 2 map, but it's on the Garry's Mod Workshop, so I'm counting it. Last time we looked at a map from the TF2 community, there was easily 100 references and characters that I didn't recognize, so I'm ready to learn some new things from the comment section of this video. Anyway, I figured that after all the blood and guts and gnomes of the last few maps, I'd leave you all with something a little more whimsical in nature. Look at how Halloween-y it is already too, and we haven't even left the first room. I guess that would be the manor. It's huge. How much do you think it costs to heat a joint like this in the wintertime? Let's explore the grounds a little bit before we head in. There's this freaky-ass dog lying here that looks like it's reading my thoughts, so that's something. In the backyard, there's a spacious pumpkin patch with a purple slime character holding a pumpkin full of candy corn. Oh hey, what's this? It looks like a giant USB thumb drive. Why does it look like meat? I picked it up? Okay then. There's also a ghostly head crab in the leaves here. It looks like it needs help. 1 out of 6 ghost head crabs collected. Oh man. So we're just swimming in map Easter eggs in this episode, aren't we? I love stuff like this. I wonder what finding all 6 does. This tree has eyes. That's all. I just thought I'd bring it to your attention. Is this a hedge maze? I usually crush it at these, so let's not waste any time here. Got it. Ghost head crab number 2. Be free, my son. The hell? It's another slime character. This one's a lot creepier, though. I don't really want to get any closer. And we're out the other side. That was easy. Bring me a challenge next time. The variety of the images that the author puts up on the walls of these rooms gives me whiplash, man. Just look at this. Weird, creepy, anime, meme, creepy. Isaac Clarke doing the Jacko pose. Like, is it trying to tell me something? There's also a huge statue of Isaac Clarke out in the courtyard beyond the manor's fence. I don't like to no-clip around in these videos, but I feel like it would be a betrayal of the viewer-creator trust if I didn't let you know that they gave Isaac a huge ass. Okay, let's head inside. Wow, very spacious in here. You could throw a proper Monster Mash in just this room alone. There are some glowing green footprints that wind through several hallways and rooms. Let's see where they go. They lead to this giant, low-resolution door that doesn't open. Oh, collect all 6 ghost head crabs to open this door. Okay. And these must be the pedestals that they return to once you find them. We'll have to come back here later. This is a weird door. It looks like the mirror on the wall from Shrek filming for some awkward TikTok trend. Why is the Signalis character closed into the freezer at the grocery store? Is this a joke that I don't get because I haven't played the game yet? I don't know what this yellow thing is, but I love it. This colorful fish vortex is interesting to look at. It leads down to a door that doesn't open. I hate it when that happens. Riding it back up is very satisfying, though, if not a little disorienting. Hey, I'd recognize those melons anywhere. These are from Super Mario Sunshine. Ah, memories. I still remember just barely holding on to my sanity playing this as a 9-year-old, just trying to do some of the harder platforming levels where FLUDD is taken away from you. Those levels have broken lesser men. Hey, check out this wall with all the heavy stencils on it. I believe this is a tribute to that one Junji Ito story, The Enigma of Amigara Fault. An earthquake happens and then the people in the area discover these human-shaped holes in the fault lines that seem to fit all of their bodies perfectly. I haven't actually read it myself, but I believe the people get tempted to fit themselves into their respective holes and they slowly slide down them. Only the perfectly people-shaped holes begin to shift the further down they slide, and their bodies get all twisted up and they transform into monsters. Pretty creepy. I found a bar, I think. There's a lot of little TVs embedded into the arch here. That's artistically pretty neat, but if you try to put the game on one of these, like in most bars, the people trying to watch it are going to get stiff necks. I don't get a lot of these, but I am quite fond of the Half-Life zombie eating the pizza. These bar stools are pissing me off. Hey, another ghost crab. What are you doing back there, you little alcoholic cutie? And hey, I forgot to mention it, but I passed a big pool earlier too. Let's go back and see how deep it goes. Holy. Oh man, it just keeps going. This is terrifying. It just goes down and down. Jeez, this is like the map border in Subnautica. Are we gonna find some leviathans down here? I hope not. Finally, we're at the bottom. There are 4 more caked up Isaacs and a ghost crab in the center. That makes 4. Wow, that's a lot of pizza. Every single person is going to be taking home leftovers at this rate, whether they want to or not. Hey, where did they get this actual photo of me from? Man, they're really getting their mileage out of this Isaac model. It's absolutely everywhere when you go far enough into the manor. Check this out, I love this. Out on the balcony here, there's a nice view of the courtyard, but beyond that, if you look in the distance, is a big tower rising out of the hills and valleys. That's another one of Ethosaur's maps, Tower of Power. That's a really nice touch, to be able to see off into the distance to another one of the author's worlds. Because I'm still thinking of Mario Sunshine from earlier, in that game, if you get high up enough, you can look off into the distance and see the future levels. So it's kind of reminding me of that. It's just a projected 2D texture, but it does a lot in terms of immersion. The Dark Souls games do it too. If you touch this piano, it plays that one song from Minecraft, so that's cool. The room next door is really creepy though, and the slowed piano music doesn't make it any less so. This heart with an eyeball looks familiar. I swear I've seen it somewhere before. Maybe in a dream? Also, I have a legitimate question. Is this picture of the skeleton swinging around chainsaws a screenshot from a game? Whatever it is, I've gotta play it. I'm contractually obligated to. I mean, look at that. That's basically every Friday night for me. Man, you know, this is so weird. I don't just mean the place, I mean the whole experience of this map itself. It's like accidentally clicking on an invite link to a stranger's Discord channel. There are so many slime girls, inside jokes, references, and in-game screenshots. It's like I'm trespassing or something. It's honestly a bit overstimulating, yet absolutely fascinating at the same time. For a map like this to be so specific to its respective community, so self-referential to it that I feel like I'm invading a group's privacy, that's gotta be an achievement right there. It's like stealing a 15-year-old's phone and scrolling through their camera roll sometimes. And I have to admit, even with all the cartoons and the hyperfixation on slime girls, some of the images on the walls go incredibly hard. Like this pumpkin with a blunt in its mouth. Hard. Or this picture of an info player starts sleepover. I can see myself having that as my phone wallpaper or something. Crab. The more I think about it, the more I see this map as sort of a virtual gallery of media. It basically doubles as a meme dump that you can walk around in. Hey, I think I finally found where to use that USB stick I found at the very beginning of the map. It looks like some kind of control room or something. There's a big green button, so naturally I'm palming that shit. Oh, is that a portal? Again? There's a lot of these in this episode. Don't mind if I do. Ah, back at the head crab pedestals, but this door right here is unlocked this time. Weird. It's like some sort of secret lab or something. Is this where they make all the slime? There are boxes with pictures of Ethosaur's other maps lined up here on the wall, and they all have pipes going into them. I have the feeling there's some kind of overarching story going on here, and I just loaded up into the middle of it. Oh well. Hey, I found it! I found the last ghost crab, everyone! To the pedestal with you. Okay, let's head back down and check out that door that's open now. Okay, very colorful. It looks to be a dev room, and a very spacious one at that. Usually they're just one small box with a few buttons, maybe a thank you note, but this one is really extravagant. Looking at the slime canyon under the glass floor is making me feel motion sick. Yeah, YouTube compression is going to have a field day trying to handle that. If you interact with the box overflowing with pizza slices, you get teleported into the 3D skybox. I actually don't think I've ever seen a map where the dev lets you go into the 3D skybox area without no-clipping. But yeah, that's the map. On the walls in here, there's a bunch of development screenshots from within the map editor, as well as some more artwork that they couldn't find a spot for elsewhere in the manor. This map is crazy. It's almost too much. Of course, it doesn't help that I'm not a part of the specific community that this map is made for, so lots of the references and memes just went right over my head. But there is such an incredible and whimsical Halloween vibe going on here, I couldn't help but soak it in at every chance I got. The Team Fortress 2 Halloween aesthetic is one of my favorites. It's so good looking. And I didn't even show everything. Not even close. There's a ton of rooms in this map. I can tell just by walking around that it's stretching the very limits of what a Gmod map can have in it without crashing the game. This must have taken months to make, if not closer to a year. Wonderful work here, Ethosaur. I'm sure the inside jokes and the sense of community ingrained in this map's very textures mean that it's going to make a wonderfully nostalgic time capsule for you and your friends to rediscover one day. And that is it for this year's Halloween special. We covered a lot of ground. 4 maps in total instead of our usual 3. Wasn't that great? Stormy Night had the classic spooky forest vibe down perfectly. The Asylum surprised me big time with the Cthulhu stuff, and it let me excise gnomes like the ceramic tumors they are. Nightmare Church was a pleasant throwback to simpler times, and it made me want to play Fear again. And finally, we got to explore the slime girl-laden halls of Manor of Mania, which is a very fitting name for a very whimsical and carefree Halloween mashup map. I wish Halloween maps like these could get published on the workshop all year, but that would make October a lot less special, so maybe it's for the best I'm not influential enough to make that a reality. There's actually a big common thread connecting all these maps together that I did not expect. All 4 of them featured little quests that you can do to unlock some sort of secret. And honestly, I eat that shit up. The exploration of these areas is reward enough on its own, but when you add little objectives that the player can accomplish during their stay on these maps, it only makes it more satisfying to explore, in my opinion. Hopefully, our annual Halloween romp succeeded in rekindling a little bit of the old October spirit in all of you. Personally, I'm finding it harder and harder to get into the mood every year as I get older, but making these videos and sharing these spooky maps with all of you helps a ton. If you're looking for more seasonal spooks, I recommend that you check out last year's Halloween special too. Or maybe even the stream VODs on the live tab, since I'm streaming some horror games this month. And if that's still not enough to get you into the Halloween spirit, then stay tuned, my friends. Stay tuned. As always, a very special thank you goes out to all the people supporting me over on Patreon, who make it possible for me to upload more than once a month now. And I think that is all I have to say for this year's Halloween special. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to toss your pumpkins into the backyard when you're done with them this year. The squirrels gotta eat too, you know. Alright, see ya.